Welcome back to Quiz Gentry friends. Can you prove you know RMS Queen Elizabeth? Let's find out with a few questions, but before then, please consider subscribing for more maritime quizzes, and let's get started. Question number 1 says, who was the ship's designer? Was it Smith, Turner, or John Brown? John Brown. John Brown, an esteemed naval architect, was the principal designer behind the RMS Queen Elizabeth. His innovative approach to ship design was pivotal in creating a vessel that was not only massive but also structurally sound and efficient for its time. Brown's contributions to naval architecture have been widely recognized in maritime history. 2. What was the ship renamed shortly before the 70s? We have Mary, Elizabeth, and Victoria as the options. Elizabeth it was. After her launch in service as the RMS Queen Elizabeth during World War II, and afterward, she was renamed the Elizabeth in 1968 when she was sold to a new owner. The ship was then used as a floating hotel followed by a university before eventually meeting her tragic fate. When was the RMS Queen Elizabeth launched? 1940, 1945, or 1938? (1938). The RMS Queen Elizabeth was launched on 27 September 1938. This launch was a significant event, marking the beginning of one of the largest and most luxurious ocean liners of the 20th century. The ship's entry into service was eagerly anticipated due to its size and advanced features. What was the main purpose of the ship during World War II? Transport, cruise, or warship? Yes, it was transport. During World War II, the RMS Queen Elizabeth was repurposed as a troop ship. Its main function was to transport soldiers and military personnel across the Atlantic, playing a crucial role in the logistics of the war effort. 5. Which port did the ship first dock at after the war? New York, Southampton, or Sydney? Southampton. After World War II, the RMS Queen Elizabeth first docked at Southampton, England. This port was its home base and was significant for marking the ship's return to civilian service and its transition from wartime duties to peacetime luxury. What was unique about the ship's lifeboats? Was it the shape, color, or number? Number. The RMS Queen Elizabeth was equipped with 48 lifeboats, an unusually large number for its time. This was a safety measure to ensure that, in the event of an emergency, there would be enough lifeboats to accommodate all passengers and crew, reflecting the ship's emphasis on safety. Which company operated the RMS Queen Elizabeth? Cunard is in the options, so is White Star and P&O. Cunard is correct. The RMS Queen Elizabeth was operated by Cunard Line, one of the most prestigious British shipping companies. Cunard Line was known for its luxurious ocean liners and played a significant role in the ship's history and operations. What was the name of the ship's first official captain? Options are Smith, Anderson, and Turner. Good, it's Anderson. Captain Anderson was the inaugural captain of the RMS Queen Elizabeth. His leadership during the early voyages was crucial in establishing the ship's reputation and ensuring its successful entry into service. Which famous ocean liner was the RMS Queen Elizabeth's sister ship? Titanic, Queen Mary, or Queen Mary. The RMS Queen Elizabeth's sister ship was the RMS Queen Mary. Both ships were part of Cunard Line's prestigious fleet and were designed to offer luxurious transatlantic travel. Their sisterhood was significant in maritime history. Question 10. What was the RMS Queen Elizabeth's displacement? 83,673 tons, 95,000 tons, or 80,000 tons? 83,673 tons. The RMS Queen Elizabeth had a displacement of 83,673 tons, indicating the ship's substantial weight and size. Displacement is a measure of how much water the ship displaces, reflecting its overall mass and volume. What was the ship's nickname during its service? Big Lizzie, the Queen, or the Giant? Big Lizzie. During its service, the RMS Queen Elizabeth was commonly referred to as Big Lizzie. This nickname highlighted the ship's enormous size and its status as one of the largest passenger ships of its time. What was the primary feature of the ship's interior design? Modern art, Art Deco, or Victorian? Art Deco. The RMS Queen Elizabeth's interior was designed in the Art Deco style, characterized by its sleek lines, geometric shapes, and luxurious materials. Art Deco was a popular design movement in the 1930s and 1940s, reflecting modernity and elegance. Where was the RMS Queen Elizabeth scrapped? Do you think it was Hong Kong, New York, or England? Hong Kong it was. The RMS Queen Elizabeth was scrapped in Hong Kong after its retirement. The dismantling process took place in the 1970s, ending the ship's storied career and marking the end of an era for one of the most famous ocean liners. What was the name of the ship's daily newspaper? The Queen's Gazette, RMS Daily, or Elizabeth Times? The Queen's Gazette. On board, the RMS Queen Elizabeth had its own daily newspaper called the Queen's Gazette. This publication kept passengers informed about shipboard activities, news, and other important information during their voyage. 15. How many years did the RMS Queen Elizabeth operate? 16 years, 22 years, or 10 years? Please like the video. Thank you. 16 years. The RMS Queen Elizabeth was in operation for 16 years before its retirement. During this time, it served as a luxury liner and troop ship, contributing to its rich and varied history. What was the ship's usual route during peacetime? Europe to Australia, New York to Southampton, or Asia to America? New York to Southampton. In peacetime, the RMS Queen Elizabeth primarily sailed between New York and Southampton. This route was central to its role as a transatlantic luxury liner, connecting two major global cities. What was the ship's main propulsion type? You have steam turbines, diesel engines, and gas turbines to choose from. Please consider subscribing. Thank you. Steam turbines. The RMS Queen Elizabeth was powered by steam turbines, which were advanced for its time. This propulsion system allowed the ship to achieve high speeds and maintain efficient operation across the Atlantic. Which notable event occurred on the ship in 1972? Fire, collision, or launch? Fire. In 1972, the RMS Queen Elizabeth suffered a major fire while docked. This incident caused significant damage and highlighted the challenges of maintaining such a large and complex vessel, as it made sure it led to her capsize. What was the ship's capacity for first-class passengers? Correct, it's 800. The RMS Queen Elizabeth could accommodate approximately 800 first-class passengers. This luxurious accommodation was designed to offer unparalleled comfort and amenities to its elite guests. 20. What was the height of the ship's superstructure? 138 feet, 150 feet, or 120 feet? (138 feet). The superstructure of the RMS Queen Elizabeth rose 138 feet above the waterline. This height was significant, contributing to the ship's imposing profile and visibility on the high seas. What was the name of the ship's most famous lounge? The Queen's Lounge, the Royal Lounge, or the Elizabeth Lounge? The Royal Lounge. The RMS Queen Elizabeth featured the renowned Royal Lounge, known for its opulent design and panoramic views. This space was a highlight of the ship's luxurious interior. What year did the RMS Queen Elizabeth retire? Do not forget to comment your score. (1968). The RMS Queen Elizabeth retired in 1968 after a distinguished career. The end of its service marked the conclusion of its role as one of the most prominent ocean liners of its era. How many decks did the RMS Queen Elizabeth have? 13, 8, or 9? What do you think? (13). The RMS Queen Elizabeth boasted 13 decks, providing a vast range of facilities and accommodations for passengers. These decks were essential for the ship's functionality and luxury. 24 says, what was the purpose of the ship's Seasick Bag? To soothe the seasickness, for garbage disposal, or for life-saving supplies? To soothe the seasickness. The Seasick Bag provided on the RMS Queen Elizabeth was designed to help passengers manage seasickness. It was a thoughtful addition aimed at ensuring passenger comfort during rough seas. The last question says, what unique feature did the ship's dining room have? Outdoor seating, glass ceiling, or panoramic windows? Panoramic windows. The RMS Queen Elizabeth's dining room featured panoramic windows, allowing diners to enjoy breathtaking views of the ocean. This design element enhanced the dining experience and showcased the ship's luxury. Thank you for watching, friends. See you in the next quiz. Bye-bye.